Well, hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to the Redbull Battlegrounds. We are in the America qualifier here. We got all these teams duking it out right now to get that one spot so they can join the other America teams in the actual group stage. So I didn't really get to go into it last game, so let me go into it now. I know we got Redbull here. I'll introduce you in a moment, buddy. Don't worry. But listen, we got a single elimination, and all matches are a best of 3. And this is just the main America qualifier, which is going to be running, I believe, for the next week or so. And yeah, it's going to be 8 teams. So we've already had Root Wheel, where Root did come out on top and push ahead. Then Leviathan and Void Boys. Void Boys pushed ahead, so we have Root versus Void Boys for the next matchup there. Right now we're going at Boreal and Union Gaming, and then after this, our next series that we're casting today is Complexity and EHUG. And all these 8 teams are going to be duking it out to get that one special slot, which means that they will be able to go toe-to-toe with Team Tinker, Summoner's Rift, and Not Today. And then those 4 teams, plus the one that we're battling out here in this bracket, are going to go through another bracket, which is a double elimination bracket, to get that one spot to make it into the main Red Bull platform. And then they take it to like a whole nother level for the actual LAN final, which are held. Actually, I want to bring it up here since we have the moment. I didn't bring up the image. I'm going to go back. You can see it right here, folks, if you want to see the actual breakdown. And it's going to be held there in San Francisco. It's going to be an awesome time right there. So there it is. Let's go ahead and talk about the draft, though. So myself, KotLGuy, I'm going to be bringing you the English coverage for Beyond the Summit, and I got my good buddy Redbull is back joining me remotely. Ryu, hope everything's going well. It was a pretty spicy game number 1. Uriel, Jesus Christ, that's Uriel. Uriel is Union Gaming and Boreal's baby. You know that.
Universe.
Uriel Gaming. Anyways.
Muriel.
I'm all tongue-tied right now. I guess I didn't do my usual warm-ups before I cast. You know, unique New York.
Wheel wreck while whistling. Wheel wreck.
I don't know why they would have a team name like that. It's just absolutely disgusting. But anyways, I got some more information about some of these teams and players. I have been corrected. Now, guys, remember, Ryu knows because he's seen me in person. I am the whitest guy you've ever seen. I am pale as a ghost and very much a gringo here. So with some of these names, I know I've been butchering them. But for Union Gaming in particular, it's not S-Talk, it's Ease-Talk. Okay? And for our mystery stand-in, who was actually the MVP of last game on that Templar Assassin, he actually was just so destructive right there. That's Sora, also known as A-Tune, which means tuna fish. So it was a stank performance, I guess. Tuna fish, Ryu. Ryu, do you like tuna fish?
10 seconds remaining.
No, I hate it. To be honest, I hate the smell. I don't think I've really tried it before.
It can be a bit intimidating because of the smell, but maybe I was raised on it. I used to get a tuna fish sandwich when I went to school, so I kind of like it. But I can understand. You just got to make sure you wash your hands, and maybe have a mint when you're done. You don't want to be that guy.
It's like one of the things when I was growing up, when I was a kid, that annoyed me the most because I had sensitive smell was always going to the gas store with my mom, or the gas station, and getting gas.
Yeah. I know what you meant.
And
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, but anyways, it's just reminded me of that where I had the smelling thing. I thought I would never pump gas just because I hated the smell so much, but kind of reminds me of that, the tuna fish.
What about sushi? You okay with tuna sushi?
Sushi's good. I like sushi.
Okay, so a little bit of something. I mean, no one can deny that this little tuna fish here did perform very well in the last game. So we'll see what he steps it up with, their mid lane player right there. But let's talk about the actual draft. Boreal need to try to shake off game number 1. They got a bit sloppy there. They got very aggressive, and it kind of handed over a bit too much to Union Gaming. But they're going to give another run at the Storm Spirit. And I remember in the last draft, I was anticipating Angry Tessie was going to be playing the mid lane Storm Spirit because he was a big mid laner when he played in Han. But I guess he's taken the role of the farming safe laner here. But we'll have to see if KVH is going to be able to have a good second showing here. He had a very slow start, I guess it's fair to say, to get his Bloodstone there. And then the charges slowly started going down thereafter. And the peak there at the end, getting solo picked off, not being able to be there for the Roche. It was a hard thing to see. But It's a very similar draft form. They get the Lion and Storm Spirit. Now on Union Gaming, they're able to pick up the prized Bat Rider. They get Vengeful Spirit, so Boreal won't have access to that as a good Bat Rider counter. And now they will be the ones to rep the Jug. And then Boreal will respond by picking up Axe. So Dunks hopefully on the way for them.
Right, and notice how the Skywrath was banned out from Boreal as well as the Viper. Viper is really hard and tanky for a Storm Spirit to really deal with. Can't get solo pickoffs most of the time just because of that corrosive skin adds too much magic resistance. So I do like them really banning out the Skywrath. Viper's an okay ban out just because we saw it was effective last game because of the early mech pickup keeping his team alive. And, well, they don't have the Lion on the Union Gaming this side is. So a lot of the Storm Spirit counters are gone except for the Silencer.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big one now.
One of the big ones now.
10
yeah,
remaining.
That's rough right there. And I'm sure KVH slash whomever is going to be playing
that's like
that Storm
Yule's
Spirit.
Gaming.
Yeah,
you're forced to go Yule's.
What you don't want to do. If you have to step off to get a Yule's, you're like, dang it. I wanted to get my Orchid slash Bloodstone. Now I got to get this defensive tool. Yeah, I can use it to help set things up, but it kind of ruins the momentum of how Storm Spirit likes to play. You're normally like in there to get the job done quick. If you are stepping off to use Yules, or it's just very frustrating. So it's going to be a bit of a hiccup there for KVH. What's a good response though to Silencer? And then you have a second support, maybe like a Rubik, could help do it. Maybe an Omni Knight. I wouldn't mind seeing one of those two,
Right. Omni Knight's pretty good. I mean, coupled with an axe, too. You get that, the Blink Dagger or the Storm Spirit. You just do a pull, easy heals. That's about, with the Static Remnant, the possibility of 2 counter helixes. That's about, 800 damage, maybe burst, or 600 damage burst in the span of a second. So it's very scary. The problem is that the mobility problem for Omni Knight, it would be really hard for him to be up there unless he's like smoked to get those heal bombs off, but instead they're going to do another heal bomb in the Dazzle Axe. So this is a pretty good combo here. If they, I don't know if they can go aggressive, so it's more for defensive purposes.
I mean, it'd be pretty funny and interesting
Dazzle
if they
Axe,
farmed the Axe and then got like a 5th pick Broodmother to put with the Dazzle. That'd be a lot of fun. I don't think they have too many answers for a Broodmother right now. They can burn them up with the Bat Rider, but I don't think it's too crazy. I think Broodmother could be a handful for Vengeful and Silencer and could be for easy pickings there, but I think they're going to have to... I think they'll probably get something that's just more for Angry Tessie to farm up and be... I mean, like an Anti-Mage, I don't know. It just seems like he's going to be playing like that Sylar kind of a style where it's just, Medusa, something that they could just really grind it out and pull the game back and put this one person in charge of the late game.
Yeah, that late game should be secured from him. I want to say Union Gaming, though, right now, they should probably pick up a Lina. They need a mid-hero still. Quap's banned, Zeus is banned, Viper is banned, even though he was ran safe lane. Lina's a great hero to just counter the Storm Spirit. It's a kind of a no-brainer pick here for them. But Boreal now, with this heavy amount of magic damage that's coming out, they need...
like a BKB carry?
Yeah, they need a BKB carry, even though you're going to get a Lina with an Ags. But you still have to get a lot of tank up, right? I think Slark or PL. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say PL.
I heard you kind of say it. Counts.
It's fine. It doesn't count. It's all lost cause.
PL, though. What do we think? PL here. I mean, it's going to be able to dish a lot, and it's going to prove to be a big problem. And he doesn't get too affected from the Silencer, so he could still dish out that kind of raw damage. And it can prove to be very frustrating for the Bat Rider because of the same sense like a Slark. You have an easy way to kind of be elusive if you're able to use that doppelganger effectively. It's going to be hard for this Bat Rider to isolate and get a hold of that right PL. So could be very effective. And they don't have a good way to clear out the illusions quickly either, except if they get some sort of cleave on this
10
jug.
seconds remaining.
So Lina's like the only answer, and maybe Bat Rider's Firefly. So it's just looking pretty good for the later stages of the game. But how much can Union Gaming put pressure on? We saw last game. They were able to out-farm in the early game. as well as, you know, just have better map rotations around. Even though the scores were even, the Templar Assassin last
Prepare
game was
for battle.
snowballing, and Lena this game I think is gonna snowball again. So somehow Boreal is gonna have to find a way to shut down Lena, else I think they're gonna lose a lot of map control, because they have the Juggernaut plus the Venge. Once again, the Venge is gonna be helping out for these Roshan team fights. So.
And if it's anything like we saw last game, Union Gaming, they don't really go too crazy with ganking early on, but suddenly, like, once that, like, 7-minute mark strikes, maybe 8 minutes, they start really getting all over the place. And we'll have to see if that's something that we're going to see here. They have a lineup that can certainly do it. And as the lanes slowly get settled, not too much early aggression. We'll just go ahead and get the party started here. So here we go. This is game 2 of this best of 3s matchup. It's Union Gaming taking on Boreal Esports in the Red Bull Battlegrounds America qualifier. Nice little early D-ward here as they'll introduce Boreal. We have on your dire side Pizza Dad 37, Angry Testy, who's going to be playing your Phantom Lancer. Mid lane, we got KVH, who's going to be playing your Storm Spirit. PQ is going to be playing your Dazzle. Last but not least, we got Jeppins playing your Axe.
The battle begins.
Well, what did you say Lena's name is? Is it Sushi or Standing? What's his name again?
It stands for Tuna Fish, and the name is
Tuna
A
Fish?
Tune.
Okay.
A Tune.
A-Tune.
Like A
A-Tune,
cartoon.
A-Tune.
A Tune.
I forgot that. Okay, we got A-Tune. Yeah, Lena going in the mid lane. We got
Ease Talk.
yeah, I was gonna say
I probably should have just introduced this team since I was the one who had to look
you're
it all
a hoe,
up.
dude. I know you did this on purpose for me to have the hard time right here. S-Talk playing the Venge, Nando playing the off-lane Batrider, Nightmare playing the Silencer, and Benjas playing the Jug. So what I did was I started with the hardest names and then went to the easy names.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So you're struggling at the end and we miss a kill, then things get very awkward. So already we see Nightmare dishing out those early glaives, trying to zone back Jeppins, but he's like, okay, this Axe is kind of getting in my face, but now as he's able to get a little bit of more space, this is where Axe getting a lot of that damage. He does have 4 tangos to work with, so he'll continue regenning on up, and he could just struggle a little bit early on. This is going to be more space for Benjaz to kind of work on his Jug. Still Boreal, though, working with that dual lane mid again, helping out this KVH Storm Spirit. Get a bit of an early start. PQ's there, but hasn't really offered a whole lot. Lena's still able to kind of get aggressive, move on forward, gets 3 CS still, working out pretty good. And as we already pointed out before, Nando, his pull camp had been dewarded, so they have that pull camp to work with. This Batrider is going to have a bit of a slow start, but it's a Batrider. He can always fall back to the jungle and, you know, recover from there. And we'll have to see if maybe Talk or anyone else is going to look to kind of make some stacks for him.
Right, and because the Batrider was put into this dual lane situation, he was able to get to level 2, and because of the body blocking in the bottom lane from Jeppins, he was able to get the creep wave to come back on him. He's going to get a call here. Nightmare, okay. I think he had the call there. Nightmare would have died. They do have the heal up on Dazzle too. That's a lot of physical burst damage coming out.
Yeah. If Jeppins can time it right, get a call with his full creep wave being there, it could be a devastating amount of damage from that heal. But the opportunity's not there. Here comes the pull through. They know what's happening. Jeppins not looking to go over and contest or leech XP quite yet, but he seems to be heading that way now. PQ heading back towards that mid lane once more. This time we also have Pizza Dad swinging in from behind. This Lena could be in trouble. She actually takes the smart road down here. Will get caught with the poison, though. PQ on the chase. And look who's trying to cut him off for the pass. It's Pizza Dad. The Nightmare's also here. And even Jeppin's getting involved. There's a lot of hate for the Lena. Will they get it? They got it. She goes down. A-Tune gonna drop. Now Pizza Dad could be in trouble. Will be. It's a 1-for-1 trade. It could be Talk next. It will be. Boreal etch out ahead slightly there, taking a 2-for-1 exchange at about 3 minutes in. All right. That was a good movement pattern there from Lena, but it was all hands on deck from Boreal to get to that spot and help out.
Under attack.
Yep, and it's pretty. I mean, as long as the Storm doesn't get the fast level 6 and Lena does, it could be fine. So Lena's looking pretty good here. She has still the EXP advantage, even though she's down 4 CS. So she's still looking really good here. And the 4-minute rune's kind of far off. So it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to contest with that. That's going to be a big opening for both of these mid players. But KVH bottle crowing gonna have his boots now. Really need to have them against this Lena.
Is that what's coming out right here? No, just the Battle Crow, and yeah, there's the boots, so it's on way. The nice thing is also here for Union Gaming is because of that heavy support
Radiant's
rotation. I mean,
bottom
you're talking
tower
about
is under attack.
Pizza Dad, who came from the northern part of the map to get involved with that kill way near the bottom rune. That was plenty of space for your Bat Rider to kind of contest Angry Testy on his PL a bit. Got some couple of levels. He's now level 4. He's got some stacks he's already building up here. So he's looking to blitz forward and get a hold of that Blink Dagger. And then he's going to look to go on a tear. We'll see if that's going to be the case.
Well, looking at both offlaners here, we would definitely say the Axe is doing fairly fine, but with this Bat Rider up to 800 gold now, doing double stack duty on both camps, it's going to be getting a lot better out of this. And well, Ben Jazz, he's going to be approaching his. Wait, what? He's maxing out his Blade Fury. Haven't seen this in a long time. And yeah, this Axe is going to be getting wrapped around on. Here comes the stun, the silence.
No chance. No chance at all. Good rotation movement. That's a smoke committed. And, you know, Boreal, they should anticipate there's a good amount of supports missing from the map. And you got to play a bit more cautiously. Geppins will pay the price. And it's a nice gank there coming out. But, yeah, interesting. Ben Jazz leveling a Blade Fury. Normally you'll see like the 1-1-1 stats, maybe 1-1-4, but more in the Blade Fury just seems very peculiar. More often than not, you know, yeah, Blade Fury is only at its best early in the game if you're looking to get damage out of it, but outside of that, it's like your free BKB, your free quick Q press for magic immunity. That's pretty interesting. Maybe he just anticipates that they're going to have a lot of early action, and he wants to get the most out of the Blade Fury.
Right.
Interesting choices. That's what we say. Interesting.
It's definitely more on the DPS side in the early game, but it hurts you for your mana. So you're kind of forced to go Aquila or Drums or something now because he doesn't have the mana. And when you put all those points into it, it feels like you want to be using that to use your DPS. Mid lane, though, is tough. He's going to be caught out here a little bit. KVH doesn't have any mana, though, so they're not going to be able to get this kill. And
maybe anticipating that there was a ward planted or something. There wasn't. Maybe PQ is going to be on it. But they did have their own ward there. Maybe they saw him come through with no ward on hand, or still having the one ward on hand, and they're not going to think twice about it. Let's go back and check with Angry Testy here on your PL. He continues to farm up. He's going right for the Midas, and he's about to have it. So it's going to be like a 6-minute, 30-second Midas. Pretty good timing there. And, you know, just when you have this much farm early on, no shame in going greedy early.
right. And well, it should be interesting to see if the Midas timing he actually went to the side shop and bitten by the gloves of haste, which he's gonna save it for a creep anyways, but he's not getting the value, man. The value. What is he?
The efficiency, the value. You didn't get over there, get it used, get in that big camp, get that troll. Ah! I mean, could you imagine living a life as a dark troll right there? You're like you, it's your two brothers, you're ready to fight, and all of a sudden you're just obliterated into gold pieces, and you're just like, what the hell happened? He's suddenly gold shekels. Oh, well.
Throwback to Alchemist all the time, dude.
Yeah,
that gold,
man.
Getting that extra gold. Oh, yeah.
King of the GPM back in the day. Well, not anymore. That hero is dead. He is ripped.
Dead and gone.
Hopefully one day Ice Frog will pay him a visit. We'll have to see. Oh, Blink Dagger now complete. About 7 minutes, 30 seconds in. Where's my smoke? There's my smoke. This is just your standard. And, well, we'll see where Nando's going to go. Who is your high priority target if you're a Bat Rider at this point that you want to set up a lasso on? I mean, you got Storm Spirit, who's level 7 now. If you're able to put together the burst, it can be done. Is that your best target, or do you go right for the PL?
Storm, because it's a way to get the mid tower, right? And if you have this mid tower and the bottom tower already, which they just acquired, that's an easy Roshan too. So they also have the Laguna. They just need the Laguna. They don't even need a stun or a Dragon Slave. And KVH should go down here. He has Strength Treads on and that Haste Rune. But with this smoke gank from the Venge as well, this should be an easy kill. And he's in the
Oh, he tried to get it off. He like started to warm up the squat, but he's not ball lightning anywhere. He is dead now. Nice little lasso set up. Props to Nando for throwing together the Blink Dagger.
Radiant's
it's
top
just hard. I
tower is
mean,
under attack.
it's a loss for the Batrider if you don't get a kill
Dire's
after a
middle tower
smoked
is under
blink.
attack.
And no matter how many times you anticipate it as the team on the other side, you
Radiant's
gauge
top
that somewhere
tower is
between
under
6 to
attack.
9 minutes.
Radiant
There'll be a blink
structures
dagger
are
on this
fortified.
Batrider, and we have to look out for it. But he's just off the radar for so long. You just don't know where it's going to happen and when. And well, for poor KVH, it happens to him on the mid lane. They do have a pretty huge stack built up here. But once again, just like last game, Union Gaming, they know they have this ward on the high ground, which they planted early, as they did in the last game. It's not going to be as easy this time for them to clear it for themselves, as already Jeppins is on it now. But he's pretty low. We'll see if Union Gaming get over there to do it. Already Nightmare is kind of onto it.
Yeah, let's have it silencer go hit those ancients, man. Whack them, whack them.
Stay away from those. We see you doing those. Stay away.
Well, they
Dire's
did
bottom
smoke,
tower is
and
under
they didn't have
attack.
vision, but they're going to have to defend this bottom tower here. Benjez does have his Aquila up, so he does have enough mana. He has a Mask of Madness, too. This could be the push for the bottom tower. Axe is staying really far back,
Radiant's
suspecting that
top
there will
tower
be
is
a
under
smoke
attack.
wraparound, but this could be bad for the Storm Spirit. He's got a haste. Oh, misstun.
Oh, nice little side step. Now he makes it go into Lena. Gets the pullback, but he's going to get silenced instantly there from Nightmare. No global yet for him, but he quickly hastes the hell out of there. Nice Omni Slash connects, takes down the Dazzle before he could dream of a shallow grave. And now focus on the Jeppins. Firefly for the skies. Oh, big damage there. They get the kill. It's Testy who's able to get the last hit. Maybe? No, they get the takedown regardless. Now Nightmare on the run back. Has global, but there's no need to really pull it out at this point. Creeping in from behind is just Testy's little illusions. And they make it out. When the dust settles, it's Union Gaming coming out ahead. As Jeppins goes down, this Axe is still trying to put together a Blink Dagger, and that puts him off a little bit longer.
You could say the one good thing that Boreal did is they saved their ancient stack, right?
Yeah.
So they still have this to work with, and that's kind of their comeback in. Storm had a haste rune. Now he got a regen rune. They just getting all these great runes on Storm, but he hasn't been able to really do anything. Still 0-1 with it. And well, at least now this will be the blink dagger almost completed up for the Axe, unless he dies. And then it's gonna be back to the drawing board.
Alright, yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. He's got to get a couple of heals here from PQ. Those supports are going to bring down the big boys as low as possible to make it really easy here for Jeppins.
Look at Lion, level 4.5. Let's see how much he gets up to. I mean, this is like nothing. He didn't even get to level 5 for a nice dunk.
Yeah, but only got his blink dagger. Love to lead things in with a kill with that blink. And we look to the other side. Batrider, did he already finish his 4th staff? No, he just got the staff.
Dire's
of
middle
Wizardry. That's
tower
en route
is
now.
under attack.
Looking to get that Batrider tool belt complete. As Union Gaming do have the global to work with now, so this becomes pretty tough here for Storm Spirit. And as we predicted, or you pointed out initially, he's got to get that Eul's. So he's already got 2 of the 4 components towards it. Recipe gold, just about 325 gold away from getting it done. Then he can feel better. If he tries to make a jump in commitment, I mean, we point out how he doesn't really have any kills, but it's just not going to be easy at this point. He jumps in now, there'll be a global silence to follow, and then they could just turn things around on him.
Dire's middle tower is under
And,
attack.
well, they have this ward scouting out. They're probably going to see, that ward just got placed. They know it's happened. This would be an easy D ward coming out from Boreal here. And sad to say, they're getting watched out. This gives a lot of space. Dazzle is almost level 7 now, so that's a pretty big deal. But this mid tower, are they going to
Dire's
contest it? I
middle
think it's
tower
going to go
is under
down.
attack.
It's going to be really hard to
Radiant's top
contest this. I
tower is under
mean, they
attack.
have Axe with a blink. Here's it comes to TP from Shadow Boost.
Batrider, his Firefly, already halfway through. They're not going to be able to get anything out of it. And Jeppins would love... They're going to wait for a smoke, maybe. I mean, Pizza Dad has one. But if Jeppins can get the jump onto the silencer, that would be very nice. It's not going to be easy, though. I imagine he's going to wait in the back lines. And they're even going to bring in the whole crew here. KVH here now. And we have 5 Boreal members protecting out this mid lane. They know how valuable this kind of tier 1 access point is for them, so that they can help contesting the Roche, or, not allowing Union Gaming to feel too comfortable doing the Roche. So it looks like
Right.
Union Gaming just kind of pull back from the mid lane for now and just go back to their own side farm.
Yep, and yeah, would say really well played from both teams, but that just gave a lot of space to Benjaz. He's definitely got the highest CS, has the highest net worth. He's level 11, that's the biggest deal. Now these Omni Slashers are going to be doing a lot of work in the team fights. They have Shallow Grave to work with to really help out. And, you know, if Axe can get off his Berserker's Call while the Omni Slash is going on, it will help out a lot just for tanking. But, hey, let's see what Benjaz picks up here. Haste Rune. Dang it.
I'll take that as
Never right. Never right.
Yummy little haste rune, and he'll just use that to farm up this sweet little 2-for stack of Ancients as he continues to pull on forward. And still a pretty nice spot. This contender on the other side, still about 500 gold as far as net worth away. He went straight for the defusal after the Midas. Not stepping off for your Aquila, no stepping off for Aquila first, not stepping off for Yasha or Drums. He wants defusal and he wants it now. So that's where, you know, this is the bread and butter of your PL, and that's where he does his most damage. So we'll see how effective it could be here. I mean, if he gets one quick lance and a couple of right clicks off on someone like your Silencer, he might not be able to dish out everything he can, including that global. So we'll see how effective it will be as Union Gaming will push out this top tier 1 tower. At the same moment, Boreal add a little pressure towards the bottom.
Yeah, mid lane though, they're gonna. Yeah, this Shadow Priest is not long for this world. There goes the crit. Where's the crit? Sorry, there's a crit. But Lina stole the kill.
Dead zone.
And that's gonna be 2 towers. It looks like Boreal is gonna be trading. Oh, nobody got in mid lane. Creeps for the win.
Shared amongst everyone, I suppose, but yeah, they get that mid-tier 1, they'll get that top-tier 1, and they want to defend the bottom. So Boreal could get nothing for this trade, at least for now. Maybe KVH is like, oh, I'll bait out a little bit here. They still have yet to really debut this Axe Blink Dagger. So the opportunity not being able to present itself, maybe they can go find an opportunity as they do smoke up. Jeppin starts beelining it towards the mid lane. But then he has second thoughts here. Maybe seeing an opportunity present itself here in the bottom in the form of E-Stock. We'll see if he can get a hold onto this Vengeful Spirit. Oh, suddenly.
Swap behind
look at this sweet tuna fish. Jump in. Call. Can we get sashimi? No. Swap back. Save from E-Stock right there. And the global. They got to get back. Boreal is not going to be able to get it done. LSA will miss. Both teams just kind of trading blows, but that is an unfortunate debut for your Blink Dagger from your Axe. Nice save right there from your Vengeful Spirit.
Yep. And just being in a perfect position. Silencer ulti was wasted. That could have been probably saved, but, you know, better be safe than sorry. And with that, enough space comes out for Benjaz. Picking up the same Yasha now. And on halfway for Tuna Fish here. For his Lina, almost picking up his Ags. That's going to be very big in these team fights. So. Well, they still haven't found a way to deal with the PO, right? And I would say I'm kind of with you. The later stages this goes, I feel like PO can't carry this, but they're ahead in 3 towers right now. And they're definitely putting on the pressure. So where's the next form of pressure going to come out from Union Gaming?
Well, I think at this point, if an ideal situation, push the lanes as far as you can without being too overcommitted. But ideally, if it takes setting up a smoke with a Bat Rider setup, you get a kill or 2, you go into Rosh. You get the Rosh done, and then you can consider adding pressure towards those tier 2s. That would just be my hunch. But it's not going to come easy. And with that global down, I'm surprised KVH, you know, he's not really running around quite yet to get setups. I say that, but they might head up here to top lane.
That Rider has a blink, and he has a gem. This could be really bad for that.
Oh, he gets lassoed up, and yeah, Bat Rider was not anticipating all of them to be here, but here comes the rest of Union Gaming. Benjaz striking on forward, able to get the kill on the Dazzle. He is now dominating. Jeppins, Yule's up, and now there's going to be the connection with the LSA. Bada bing, bada boom! A-Tune connects with the Laguna and gets the kill, and it's quickly a 2-for-1 trade right there. I don't know if that's enough to go back for the Rosh. They'll just continue to add pressure up here. Get some damage on this tier 2. Boreal, though, they have to pull back and away. Angry Tessie TP'd back home, it looked like, and he's just going to head towards bottom lane here.
He was able to get out. The Venge was almost able to catch him. If she had the Wave of Terror, they would have gotten the kill on PL2, but it was on cooldown. Wasn't able to scout out the TP, and the good thing is that Venge did recover the gem.
Man,
they have that to work with. That guy just blew up.
Nice little setup there again. A-Tune's just all over the place. Ever since she's able to pick up this Yules, she has made it work. And gets a nice little solo pick there on your Storm Spirit. But at the same time as well, they get the tier 2 top lane. And that goes to Benjaz, who just completed that SNY. He suddenly almost has 3k gold, as he will farm up the Boreal jungle on his way out. And, you know, don't want to have to call anyone out, but it's been a very inactive Storm Spirit. There has been no picks, no jump-ins.
No Storm, no Axe, like you're saying earlier. They smoked, they didn't find anything, and I mean, you can't just sit back and farm and wait for Union Gaming to keep going on you. It's just not working out. So they have to make something happen, but they're just so far behind, it feels like right now, in map control that they can't.
And it looks like they were able to get that gem back after Batrider went down, which would have been such a nice grab for Boreal, because, I mean, just look at these freaking wards that Union Gaming has thrown down. Such aggressive wards. Just gives them an idea as far as who's doing what, where, and why. And they could just continue to go find setups and not allow Boreal to feel comfortable anywhere. And that's when you corral those sheep back into their pen, a.k.a. their base, and they can't go out and graze the grass, a.k.a. the farm. And it just gets hard. And then we, you know, AKA analogies up my wazoo ass. So we'll see. This is not looking good right now for Boreal. Not a very high octane game like we saw in the last one at the start. Just simple 9-4 here, but it's still Union Gaming looking pretty damn strong. They're at a 7,500 net worth advantage, about the same for XP. And with that, they're just going to continue to build up the pressure. And if they're able to kind of push out this lane bottom, they could consider a Roche very soon. Boreal are doing their preemptive measures. They have a sentry down nearby the pit. But as far as vision goes, you know, that's all they got.
Right, and go back and touching on base with the wards that were going down. They dewarded 3 wards with that gem, so it was well paid for. They're playing blind right now, man. You don't want to play a blind man in a Lotus game. You can go colorblind, but you can't be blind. So this is not looking too well for Boreal here. Tier 1 for Roshan. I mean, that's the only trade they're going to be getting off of it. It's better than nothing, but it's not optimal. And still, Storm Spirit has no offensive items. He's still going defensive, or, I mean, he's just getting a Bloodstone here. So they have no Orchid. They have really no lockdown besides the Lion and the Axe. So a lot of pressure is coming onto those 2 heroes to really make these team fights work.
I mean, I'm not going to be too hard, because it still looks like just another game that's hard for Storm Spirit. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if he just went a BKB after he got the Yules. I mean, you jump in there and you think, oh, I could get an Orchid and just commit and use it onto someone, or get a quick pick on support, but if there's a Lina nearby or something, she'll just Yules you up and follow up with her sweet combo, and there's nothing that you can do. Or there's a Vengeful Spirit nearby who can just swap out anyone. It's not an easy game for a Storm Spirit, just like it wasn't easy in the first one. Now it's Union Gaming. They bring down a tier 2, and suddenly they are knocking at the south door of the Boreal base. Okay, another long jump in this one. He just rubber bands right back out. But Benjaz still pretty confident here. Just slowly chips away at the tier 3 as he has an Aegis in hand. Not really threatened. I mean, even an Axe, he just can't get in there. Because whatever they do a quick jump in. Someone like Easttalk's going to be there to help out with a good swap, a quick Yules, a quick global silence. They have so many backup plans and safety nets. Yeah, it's just like, what can you do?
The countermeasure is too much. The only countermeasure, there's the initiation of Benjaz. Battlegrounds is going to get picked off.
They get the grab. That's the global, though. And just like that, Benjaz mega kills. He brings down the Storm. No buyback for him. Jeppins is going to be forced to buy back to get back into this one. Big stun and a finger from Pizza that gets the kill on the Lina. And Angry Testing moves in. He has to graved up to head on out. They take down 3, but one of them is the second life here for Benjaz. And Union Gaming have had enough. They're going to go. Nightmare, that's an ambitious TP right in front of the bases. He will get stunned up and taken down. Union Gaming walk away, taking 2 lives, forcing out the buyback from your Axe, and they take a tier 3 at the expense of 4.
Buyback there. by accident buyback there, that was pretty much over. He came back and got 2 dunks, amazing call, and basically set up the fight. So that's an Aegis for a buyback and only a tier 3 tower. So well played from them holding that. I mean, PL had like bots and diffusal. Like he has like no HP. He had the ultimate orb, but still, he needs to have 1 or 2 more items to really hold these high ground defenses here. And well, it's still not looking good for KVH though. I mean, the Storm Spirits just keep on getting more and more irrelevant. He keeps on dying, 0 and 3 now, and I just feel so bad for the guy.
Yeah, you feel like Boreal had put a game plan in motion where they were expecting, okay, hold on here. KVH jumps in, almost gets caught out from a Benjaz nearby who did end up snagging the invis rune in front of him. But you can feel like Boreal had put a game plan in motion where they were going to just kind of go through their early farm period and be able to snowball in the mid-game. Have a very effective Storm Spirit and an Axe who continue to move around, find easy setups and pickoffs, which would create space and allow more of an economy boost for their angry, testy PL to bring it in at the end. But that mid-game never happened. It was all Uni Gaming getting it done because, well, they have a Batrider, for God's sakes, who's one of the best at being able to set up that kind of a tempo and get it done. And he did. And they just have so many defensive precautions in your global and your backup Yules, and it's just not easy. And Boreal couldn't do it. So with that, we're back to another game where it's more pressure on this PL to pull the game back and hope that maybe they could rebound off the huge advantage that Uni Gaming already got.
Right. They're going to have to hope again maybe for the rubber band because I don't see Silencer's going to have his refresher. He's going for it probably in the next 5 minutes or so, depending on how well these team fights go. And the BKB is almost done for Batrider. No. Wait. He sold. Okay, so instead he went for bots. He sold his other thing. He went for bots. He's not going to have his BKB for about another 5-6 minutes as well. But Benjaz, he's got 4,000 gold here. What's his next item? I would say, I still think it's Scotty. Yeah, it's really good against the PL. He has Battle Fury to deal with the PL. That's a nice pickup from him. And they just have a lot of ways just to deal with the PL right now. I mean, you could say Benjaz kind of needs a BKB to deal with the mana burn coming out, but he doesn't necessarily need it if he has an Aegis or if you get to swap out from Benj or if you're just initiating on them, because I think he can't clear out these illusions fast enough.
We'll see. He might put that ability to the test here, or he could just go Scotty, something. Get more stats.
Butterfly's pretty good too.
Butterfly
because
as well,
because PL doesn't go for MKB most of the time, and Storm Spirit's not going to hit him at all. And yeah, we're just not even going to talk about it, dude. Just
that happened.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Nightmare just wants everyone to take a moment of silence right now for where the game is currently at. 26 minutes in, Union Gaming with the advantage here, and Boreal are like, hey, that global's down. Wait, did they just use a Laguna as well?
Yeah, Laguna too. Laguna on a creep that had about 50 HP.
No respect from Union Gaming as they flash off and show off all their cool ultimates. Maybe they're just getting like, I really want to use these ultimates. It's been too long. But watch Boreal get the jump on them, and they don't have a Laguna or a global to work with, though. I mean, they're smoked up. They're moving on through. But because of these wards that Union Gaming have, by deduction, they're like, okay, they're all missing. Well, they are mid. They get the jump, and they'll get the Batrider. All right. It's something. They need more.
They didn't pick it up. They didn't pick up the gem.
Wait, what? They killed him. They let the gem go down, and they got so excited about killing him, they ran away. Well, Pizza Dad moves back in.
Here's a second chance.
East Tech, get the gem! Okay.
I got it.
Testy's like, I'll take the gem, goddammit. And now he's going to head back and help defend this bottom lane. All right, so it's a 2-man drop for Boreal. Not a huge return as far as the gold factor, about 1K. Same with the XP, but they do get that gem, and they can quickly go on a little bit of a D-ward and try to take some of the map control back. You gotta remember, in last game at this time, they were losing, what, 2 sets of racks? So
yeah, 2 sets of racks. So they're looking better now. Yeah.
They have more time to work with if they want to build up a lot of farm on that PL. But then I look over here to Benjaz, and he did get a Scotty, and it's now complete and on hand. So this Jug he's at 18K net worth. Behind him, Yerlina who's neck and neck with Angry Testy's PL at about 14. So, well, they have a long ways to go from here.
I'm just imagining this game, like, what would it be like if Alina had the same capabilities as the Lion Eggs? Have pure damage, Laguna Blades on about that little AoE to hit like 5 or 6. It'd just kill all the PL illusions instantly. Be pretty funny. But then it'd be OP, so I'm glad it's not in here. Just something to think about. Ice Frog, you know? Just do it. Do it.
The mighty Ice Frog does as he pleases. Doesn't need to listen to anyone.
I'm his right-hand man. Yappa.
Yappa. We'll see. That's how you got to TI4, I bet.
He knows me, man. He knows me.
All right, smoked up now.
They smoked on top of a ward, so that was the easiest. I guess you could say the easiest know-how where they're going, and they're all kind of coming late to this. This will be a range Rex falling. It seems like here they're not even coming back at all right now.
It's smoking not even really to gank. It seems like it's just to get him to the bottom lane faster and just kind of hide the location from behind. And now KVH jumping in, get the brief pull on the bench jazz. One Rax does go down. The second could fall quickly after. Yeah, Batrider committed on in and just quickly goes down. So they're able to get the one-man drop, but it's 2 Rax for the space of that bat. Oh! Nice jumping catch. Can they get the silencer down before the global? Nope, he gets it off in time. They do burst him down, however.
Binjaz ulti is useless.
Quick triple kill. Oh, man.
Binjaz uses ulti. He doesn't have it. This could be really bad. Here comes the turnaround and the stun. The impale. Binjaz is going to go down here. They have the shallow grave. It's one dunk.
All right.
Needs to get out of here.
Okay. Nope, they got him. This is going to be a 5-man wipe for Boreal. Can they get it? They got Tuna. Pizza Dad gets the kill. Killing spree for him. It was a killing spree for Axe. A 5-for-none trade for Boreal. Unbelievable.
Show that fight recap. Show that fight recap.
I see it. I see it right now. It's about 6K gold, an unbelievable amount of XP, and a big morale boost on top of that for Boreal here. They do lose the Rax, but that gets them a lot in the economy. And we'll see if it's enough. We look over now as they push this mid lane tier 1. Testy, who is bulldozing towards a heart, could have it here momentarily. As he gets the last hit on that tower, he'll farm through the jungle on the way out. And they have a tier 1 bottom lane to also grab if they want it. There's just lots of gold out there to pick for free. We'll have to see if it's enough. In the late game show between the Jug and PL.
A gold man or a gold mine, and they're definitely farming. They are no longer those
they get a long jump. Eastalk could be in trouble here. There, they got it. And now, whoa! Quick sidestep to get away. Still going on pursuit. KVH. Can they get the bat? They can. Double kill for Angry Testy. This PL is starting to become a problem here for Union Gaming. 3,600 gold now. Man, oh man.
What was Union Gaming thinking? Their middle. I'm not exactly sure what their plan was. And mid lane, oh, he's trying to go for that lion.
I saw it, but not close enough. And now, Boreal, it looks like a bit of a run back from last game. They're going to put Union Gaming into a bit of a interesting position where they can't get as aggressive as quick. Plus, they're going to be able to scout out this Roche, which is now up. Boreal need to grab that. Then Jazz seems to be
mid lane once again. Somebody's getting picked up. Lena is gonna get dunked by Jeppin. Oh my goodness, they just fed 3 kills in the mid lane. Why are you okay? There's a buyback on Lena. They scouted out. They have to buy back. They have to contest this Roshan. Global silence is up. They can't let them get this. Buyback Lena. You have to do it. What are they doing?
They're not doing it. They're gonna let them get it. They ping it out now, but there's no buyback. And they can't contest it as 4. Okay, there's the buyback.
Late, but they do it so slow though, right? So that's good. Gale's gonna get trapped in the high ground, but Storm's gonna be picked off here. Nice shallow guard, but he's gonna have to use himself to stay alive. It's on cooldown for 3 seconds.
He does get the suicide, but it looks like the rest of Boreal are gonna have to run out. They lose 2. And quickly, it's Union Gaming who come in behind the back, and they're gonna take the Roche for themselves. Oh, unfortunate there for Boreal. Very big comeback factor there. They got a couple of sweet picks, but yeah, they just didn't have enough damage. PL. You know, it's not like he's going to be able to effectively use all those sweet illusions to take him down. And outside of the PL, the damage just really isn't there. So it would have to take a long amount of effort. And Boreal, you know, they see the buyback, but they don't quickly get out. And with that, New Gaming punish them. They get a good pick on your Storm.
And that's even bigger now, too, because they have the gym coming back to the Bat Rider here, and a refresher ore being picked up from Silencer. So very big momentum swing coming back to Union Gaming there. And just, they're kind of greedy to go for that Roshan play, but...
Where's he global for this? Yep, he globals. After the swap back, Storm's in trouble. Oh, blinking. It's the stun. Bat could be in trouble as well. There's going to be the dunk. And quickly 2 go down. Plus the Aegis here. Boreal's still fighting strong here as Testy's able to clean house. Benjaz on the run to get away. Tries to turn the corner here. Still has an Omni, but going to get pulled back. And, well, there's going to be a big heal bomb. Benjaz gets the Omni off. Shallow grave. They mitigate as best as possible. Oh, KVH almost goes down from it. But they get the kill. They take out 4. Boreal.
This is like a go down middle lane too. Yeah, Axe Call basically crushed that fight on 3 heroes. Easy game from Boreal right there. They all grouped up for some odd reason and on that tower there, and Juggernaut was sending out his BKB. He didn't get there in time, so they didn't have a reliable way for him to stay in his team fights. But now he has the BKB, but it's kind of too late. He doesn't have buyback. I don't know that they know that. Boreal are just going to probably get this tier 2 and back off, but still definitely worth it for them. Your PL is getting bigger here, and if PL can get a butterfly, that's going to be good. Okay, Lina is going to get force staff.
Oh, okay. Well, Vengeful should go down. Long jump in, though. KVH should get that Lina. He's going to get lassoed up. Okay, Yule's at the end. Can he leap out in time? He can. Oh, man, he ate that Laguna, and he's going to be fine. Walks away from trouble. Testy going right into the base. Gets the kill onto the Silencer. Triple kill for Testy as he is beyond godlike on his PL. And now he is going to go for the tier 2. Big grab there.
Why are they trying to fight out the tier 2? This is going to be a Rex probably. Right, they have Juggernaut. He doesn't have ulti. How do they defend this without Jug ulti? This is really looking bad. PL does have bots. He has buyback potential to come back into this fight twice. So they can't get any more Raxes, right? This is all they can do. And that's the only good thing coming out from Union Gaming right now.
Questionable fight, and I agree. Let that tier 2 fall, and then look to defend the high ground. But because of all these picks, Boreal confidently struck themselves into the high ground, and now we have an even game as far as structures go. A mid lane Rax down on the side of Union Gaming, as Boreal still have the bottom Rax down. And they'll just go back and continue to farm on up. We have a Dota game here. 15-24 for Boreal, and what was once a 10K net worth advantage for Union Gaming is back the other way. Nearly 8K for Boreal. 16K almost for XP. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the biggest factor for me this game is just this Bat Rider. After he got his boots of travel, instead of going for the BKB, he's had the same items for the last 10 to 15 minutes. It's really hurting the team a lot, not having that initiate factor. And I mean, they just always constantly use him when he goes in. They have plenty of ways to stop him. They can even grave people once they're getting pulled away. You have the Lion with the Blink Hex, the Impale doing really good. And well, he's gonna get maybe initiated on here. Why is he not zipping further? Okay, that's kind of weird. He should have zipped all the way and just used the Lina. That would have been an easy pickoff, I think. But not knowing where the rest of Union Gaming is. Yeah. They saw the Jug top, but
that's it though. I mean, look at their vision. They're still pretty much in the dark with the exception of this one ward nearby. So they don't know exactly where everyone is. Maybe they're like, oh, this Lina is awfully confident to be down here in the lane if she was by herself. So second guessing it. Don't want to do what they did in the first game also, where they had a big opportunity to make a comeback and then it just kind of went away.
Right. That was a harder comeback than this one though. This time they have a really good late game into the PL, and I mean Union Gaming kind of hit the ball there, or dropped the ball. I mean, in the mid lane trying to defend that tier 2. So
Yeah.
though, not progressing at all. This is another problem too. UG just aren't progressing in their items anymore because of the buybacks and
This
everything
Lena
that's been happening.
is like flirting with danger every time. I look up
Yeah,
top
it's
and
like
she's
AUI,
like
man.
surrounded by 3 or 4 people, but they don't make the go. Now they ping it out, but she is already 2 feet away, and they're not going to catch her. But she is definitely flirting with death. Pizza Dad's like, I got it! MLG stunned in the trees. Aw, she's gone. But, well, they pull back and away. Tessie's just 1 item from being at critical mass, and you made the call out for possibly a butterfly. Anything as far as bringing in more damage, I'm okay with. We'll have to see. No butterfly on Jug, so it doesn't have to be an MKB.
I'm kind of worried for the Jug. I'm kind of worried for Jug, right? Benjaz knows that the PL is going to go for a butterfly next. So he's kind of forced to like sell something. You don't want to sell your Mask of Madness because you need the lifesteal. And you don't want to sell your Sanjin Yasha because that name. But I think the only thing he can sell is the Sanjin Yasha at this point, and you have to keep your Mask of Madness in my opinion. And you have to get the MKB.
Yeah. We'll have to see where he wants to itemize. Is this a smoke here? The nice thing for Union Gaming is they do have double global to work with. And as far as BKBs, there is not that many. Just Jeppins, it looks like, on Boreal. So as long as the silencer does not get caught out, could render Boreal's squad pretty ineffective. You know, your Dazzle not there to dish up his sustained power and a quick grade. Okay. What the hell? Batrider jumps in, goes down. He went for a lasso, but his team wasn't even close. Now Benjaz is in there.
That's good.
Okay, Jeppins could be in trouble. There's a Laguna. He's able to get forced back to safety, though. Jumps back in. KVH looking to make the go. Eastalk could go down. Swap back. Dunked on, though. Benjaz goes down. Now Boreal look to clean house once more, and they will. 5-man wipe again for Boreal. It looks like they're back in this, and they are going to be very close to closing out game number 2. As they push ahead now 29-15. They already got this lane, but they're going for tier 4s.
Jug, this is over. This is over. GG. Well played from them, and it all came down to them not really killing Axe. Jug ultied. The PLs, just illusions, didn't really kill anybody. He doppelgangered out of the Jug ulti, so that's a nice counter against that. And well, 2v5 here. What's PQ's not there. This is kind of weird. Where's your Shadow Priest? All right, Shadow Priest, you need to get over here, help your teammate. They're trying to end the game here. They have boots for travel here. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, get over there. We got a weave. You got a weave you got to put out. You got the mech, you got the weave, and a Yules. That's effective stuff.
Really, what is going on?
Oh, well, they'll get the tier 4s, but do they have enough spunk to take the throne? Angry Testy is going for it, though. He starts chopping it away. It's down almost to half life now. Union Gaming, you gotta do something. Swap back, immediate doppelganger the other way. Eastalk will go down. Benjaz right in the middle of it will go down, and it looks like Boreal are going to be able to take game 2. We are going to a game 3. Unbelievable.
That's the comeback, man. PL, they didn't find a way to shut down. They try to go high ground. Axe burns them. A lot of times, Batrider not having the BKB early enough really sealed the fate. Hard to really initiate on all these heroes, and yeah, PL definitely outcarried them this game. So really well played coming out from Boreal.
Some questionable choices there from Union Gaming to
PL
take
didn't
some
even
of
die,
those
man.
fights.
You see this? Yeah, there was a lot of questionable stuff from Boreal.
Props to Testy, man. Yeah, 13-0-13 on his PL. Definitely gets it done this go-around and brings his team into the promised land. And now we're going to a Game 3. Game 3 hype is we're going to have Red Bull Battlegrounds America action to continue here. I'm KotLGuy. That's Rhea Boris. Game 3 of this best-of-3 matchup going to be coming up in just a second.